So having a drink is bad if it's being abused. Wine is bad if it's being abused. If it's being abused. Start at verse 23. Read.
1 Timothy 5:23.
Mm-hmm.
Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake.
So it's okay to use a little wine for that stomach's sake. Even we're talking about one glass of wine is good for the blood. All right. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 31. Sirach 31, start up in verse 27.
31.
Right.
And 27.
Start at verse 27, yeah.
Ecclesiasticus 31:27.
Read.
Wine is good as life to a man, if it be drunk moderately.
If it's drunk moderately, that means not having a whole bunch of bottles. That means maybe having a glass of wine for that day. Okay? And that's also that we're not talking about drinking with men and women drinking together. Men and women drinking far as not husband and wife. Quab shouldn't be going to have, or I shouldn't be going to drink with some sisters. Same thing as sisters shouldn't be doing it with brothers. Okay, not in the unholy way, but in the holy way. We want to congregate with drinks. Keep going. Read.
What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad.
Read.
Wine measurably drunk, and in a season bringeth gladness of heart and cheerfulness of mind.
So wine is good and immeasurable. That means a good mouth. That means in a holy way. Read.
But wine drunketh with excess maketh bitterness of mind, with brawling and quarreling. Drunkenness increases the rage of a fool till he offend.
Now you know when brothers get lit up. You ain't telling me they ain't ready to fight. I got the eye on that woman. The woman ain't got the eye on that man. And like I said before, we both know when we doing male and female. If we as men buy our women drinks after drinks, we trying to pop it off, and vice versa. Women either trying to get this guy to get drink because they have a drinking issue and get his money, or they leading that man on some way, form, or fashion. Read.
Drunkenness increases the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminishes strength and maketh wounds.
So hold on. Drunkenness increase the rage of a fool till he offend. Now you know when cats is drunk, they say some of the stupidest stuff. They all over you. Oh, dog, I love you.
Right.
You know, they say something, and that's true, and they aggravating. They you know what I mean? They get on your nerves, no matter who it is. And most of the time, you got to take care of them like they're babies. Keep going, read. And they bring us some of the stupidest stuff. You remember when we was little, and you took my, and they ready to fight you over that. Keep going, read.
Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him with urging him to drink.
So don't press upon him with, drink this. Go ahead, drink. You want some more? Don't do that.
You soft, man. Go on and drink, man.
Don't do that. That's not good. All right. Last verse. We go back to the book of Judith. Start with verse 5 and 19. Because as Israel, we want to seek holiness from our Father. We want to get right. All right. We want to stay moderate. When we drink as Israelites, again, we want to do it in a holy form of fashion, where the Most High that we not sin. Now also, keep going. Read 5 and 9. Matter of fact, before you go there, let's go right here. I want to give an example of drinking. I'm going to go to the Testament of Judah. I want to give an example of what can happen when we're not drinking in a holy form of fashion. And this is going to come from the testament of Judah, our forefathers, the Jews, the real Jews forefathers. We start right there.
He counseled against wine and lust as twin evils.
So Judah, our forefathers say he's giving you counsel against wine and lust. Those are the what? The twin evils. Together, they're not good. Read.
For he counseled against wine and lust as twin evils. For he who is drunken reverenceth no man. And now I command you, my children, hearken to Judah your father.
Start right there. So he drunk and reverence no man means that what we just got through talking about. He's being disrespectful. He's saying stupid stuff coming out of his mouth. This is what drunkenness does. Keep going, read.
And now I command you, my children, hearken to Judah your father.
Judah who?
Your father.
So that's our father. Read.
And keep my sayings to perform all the ordinance of the Lord and to obey the commands of God.
All right, so Judah, our forefather, is about to drop it to all of his seed. That includes us. So let's listen up very well and see what our forefather, Judah, Yahudah, has to say. Read.
And walk not after your lust, nor in the imagination of your thoughts.
Speak up a little bit, fine.
And walk not after your lust, nor in imaginations of your thoughts, or haughtiness of heart. And glory not in the deeds and strength of your youth. For this is also evil in the eyes of the Lord.
So all that is evil in the sight of the Lord. Read.
Since I also glory that it is wars, no comely woman's face ever enticed me. And reprove Reuben, my brother, concerning Belial.
So we're gonna go into Reuben in just a sec after we talk about our forefather. Read.
Belial, the wife of my father, the spirit of jealousy and of fornication.
So our uncle Reuben went into his father's mother. But we're gonna talk about that because of the drunkenness. Keep going, read.
A spirit of jealousy and fornication arrayed themselves against me until I lay with Bathsheba the Canaanite and Tamar, who was espoused to my sons.
Read.
For I say to my father-in-law, I will take counsel with my father, and so will I take thy daughter. And he was unwilling, but he shewed me boldness, store of gold in his daughter's behalf, for he was a king. And he adorned her with gold and pearls, and caused her to pour out wine for us at the feast with the beauty of women. Right.
So this is what happened when this is our forefather speaking. This is what happened when him and Belial, his wife at the time, got to drinking. Or before she became his wife. Read.
And the wine turned aside my eyes, and pleasure blinded my heart.
See that? So because they were drinking, wine did what?
And wine turned aside my eyes, and pleasure blinded my heart.
So she started looking good to him. He got lit up. And they tell me that as man, you don't seen something like before you got drunk, you know what I'm saying? He was like, but when you got a little bit tipsy, you got there a little bit, you was like, yeah, I think I hit that. And then you walk up to her. Read.
And I became enamored of, and I lay with her.
And he did what?
And I lay with her.
Read.
And transgressed the commandments of the Lord.
And he transgressed. Now this is our forefather speaking to us. Read.
And transgressed the commandments of the Lord and the commandments of my father, and I took her to wife. And the Lord rewarded me according to my imagination of my heart.
See, because he took that woman to wife after he laid with her. And that was the teaching that Shapal and them brought out a while back. Read.
Inasmuch as I had no joy in her children. And now, my children, I say unto you, be not drunk with wine.
Be not what?
Be not drunk with wine.
Don't be drinking too much wine. Read.
For wine turneth the mind away from the truth, and it inspires the passion of lust, and leadeth the eyes into error.
Read.
For the spirit of fornication hath wine as a minister to give pleasure to the mind.
Woo. Read. Keep going.
For these two also take away the mind of man. For if a man drink wine to drunkenness, it disturbeth the mind with filthy thoughts, leading to fornication, and heateth the body to carnal union. And if occasion of the lust be present, he worketh sin. He worketh the sin.
So we shouldn't be drinking. Again, we shouldn't be drinking. You know what I'm saying? When we congregate, bring wine to the congregation. It should be no liquor at all. Period. None. And I'm saying this again because we made that mistake. It shouldn't be done at all. And if it's done, it should be stopped. Them teachers, them leaders of them who's there, them teachers, stop it. Tell your congregation to stop it, man. Because you guys are the leaders and they're going to listen to y'all, man. Don't make the same mistake we made. Keep going, read.
And is not ashamed. Such is inebriate man, my children. For he who is drunken reverences no man. For lo, it has made me also err, so that I was not ashamed of the multitude in the city, and that before the eyes of all I turned aside unto Tamar, and wrought a great sin, and I uncovered the covering of my son's shame. After I had drunk wine, I reverenced not the commandments of the Most High.
So after he drunk wine, he didn't reverence the commandments. He didn't show homage to the commandments of the Most High. He did what?
And I took a woman of Canaan to wife. For much discretion needed the man who drinketh wine. My children, here is discretion in drinking wine. A man may drink so long as he preserveth modestly.
See that? Our forefathers telling the man, yeah, it's okay to drink. It's okay to drink, but drink moderately. Drink so you ain't getting drunk. Drink a glass. Just drink for you just having a glass, just want a taste of it. Don't drink this to keep drinking. You want to get lit up. You want to feel good with the alcohol. Drink modesty. But don't drink. Don't bring no drinks around no sisters. Sisters, don't bring no drinks around no brothers. Husband and wife, you drink together. Keep going, read.
But if he go beyond this limit, the spirit of deceit attacketh his mind.
If what?
The spirit of deceit attacketh his mind.
All right, read.
And it maketh the drunkard to talk filthy, and to transgress, and not to be ashamed. But even to the glory is ashamed, and to account himself honorable. He that committeth fornication is not aware when he suffers loss, and is not ashamed when he put dishonor. For even though a man be a king and commit fornication...
Even man be a king, that's us, Judah, read.
For even though a man be a king and commit fornication, he strippeth his kingship by becoming the slave of fornication, as I myself also suffered.
So hold on. So he's warning his seed. That's us. Judah's warning his seed not to make the same mistake. Okay? Just like we're doing. We made that mistake where we brought wine and too much wine, and it wasn't done on purpose. It's just that people got out of hand. We was bringing wine, and everybody started bringing a bottle or two, maybe not thinking that somebody was going to bring it. But the wine, next thing you know, we had like 10, 12 bottles there, and we're drinking it, and people getting tipsy. And no one is there to tell us to stop. We just drinking. Because at the time, we didn't find no fault in it, but it was wrong. It was out of order. It wasn't according to the scriptures. It shouldn't be done. So, like, again, I'm saying this because I don't want any other Israelite brothers or any other camp to make that same mistake. And that's why we're bringing this teaching out right now. Go to 20. You want to finish that off real quick? And then I guess we can stop at verse 27.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, keep going.
For I gave my staff, that is, the staff of my tribe, and my girdle, that is, my power, and my diadem, that is, the glory of my kingdom.
Read.
And indeed, I repented of these things. Wine is the flesh I eat. Wine and flesh I eat not until my old age, nor did I behold any joy.
Stop right there. He said wine and flesh. There's that meat again. But again, brothers, y'all gotta bring that teaching out, man. Keep going, read.
And indeed I repented of these things. Wine and flesh I eat not until my old age, nor did I behold any joy.
Read.
And the angel of the Most High showed me that forever do women bear rule over kings and beggars alike.
Read.
And from the king they take away his glory.
From the king they take away his glory. They take away our glory when we sin and fall sin with alcohol. Oh, period. When we buying out women drinks. when we out partying, or when we, whatever we doing.